A class action federal lawsuit based on RICO has been filed against Drake and a few other defendants. If we look at the class action lawsuit, here's a class action, and class action just basically means where is so many people to where it'll be impractical to bring each lawsuit to the court. So you basically have maybe one or two people who represent the entire class of people who have suffered very similar harms from the same defendants regarding the same issues and the same facts. They're common to each one and they're typical to each one. And so basically this individual is going to represent the entire class of people who has been harmed. And typically you have class actions when there's just, the number is so numerous to where it's just for judicial economy, they put it in a class as opposed to bringing, I don't know, 1,000 different lawsuits from each person with the same defendant on the same facts. So you have this class action lawsuit. And if you look here at the class action lawsuit that's being filed in the federal court in the Eastern District of Virginia, you see the plaintiffs here that's representing the class. And then you see the defendants, and the defendants, the class is against is Sweepstakes Limited, doing business as stake.us. Also, Arbery, Drake Graham, professionally known as Drake, and Adin Ross and George Nguyen. These are the defendants that this class action is being levied against. And it looks like it was recently filed on New Year's Eve. So it's this is something that just came out. And as you see, it's a complaint and a demand for a jury trial. So what is this class action about? I mean, what you know, what's going on here with Drake? Obviously, we all know who Drake is, you know, one of the top selling artists pretty much of all time. And Adin Ross is a controversial American internet personality, streamer, and YouTuber. So it's very, very popular. And the other person, George Nguyen, I guess he works with them, as well as this company, Sweepstakes, but now is doing business as stake.us. So what's going on here? Now, if you look at the complaint, and what I always tell you guys, this is a lawsuit. Even though the lawsuit is based on the RICO federal law, this is not to be confused with the criminal side. Remember, the criminal, only person that can bring it is in the federal courts, it's going to be your Department of Justice, United States attorneys, whereas on a local and state level, it's going to be brought by your district attorneys. But this is a civil lawsuit, and this is a complaint stating that these people wronged them. That's their allegations. It's all allegations at this point. Nothing has been proven. And so you look at the factual allegations here, right? It says stake.us has operated since at least 2022, one of the largest, most profitable illegal gambling operations while defendant Drake, Adin Ross, and Nguyen promote the illegal casino to consumers and enable recruitment of new American players. Stake.com, not to be confused with stake.us, but stake.com is banned from operating in Virginia and indeed anywhere in the United States. Stake.us was created by stake.com's founder to bypass such restrictions. So they're alleging here that, hey, there used to be a company called stake.com, and apparently they got banned, according to this allegations, this complaint, they got banned from operating this illegal gambling operation in Virginia. So these same people who were banned, who were running stake.com, created stake.us, and that's where we are right now. So stake.us, according to allegations, bypassed these restrictions in Virginia, as well as any other states, and created stake.us. So and it says here, stake.us is almost identical to stake.com, as both websites offer the same or substantially the same content, including online casinos such as slots, table games, and live dealer games. Additionally, both offer gold coin and stake cash. Now, I think it's important to note, I think most people know this, but I'm gonna say it anyway, and order to have a lawful gambling casino, you have to be licensed and fully regulated by the jurisdiction of which the casino is located. If you don't have such, then it's going to be unlawful. So yes, you're going to have a license to operate, of which I believe this complaint is alleging that stake.us does not have said license. So look at the complaint here. It says, this is what the class is alleging. Here's how it works. Stake, referring to stake.us, stake offers users two types of virtual currency, gold coins and stake cash. Gold coins do not have monetary value and are described by stake as solely for entertainment purposes. The stake cash, on the other hand, can be cashed out at a 1-to-1 exchange rate for US dollars and thus serves as the currency with which most bets are made. That is that's showing that, okay, we have these gold coins, that's not worth anything, but stake cash, yeah, you can use money for that. That's what this complaint is alleging. As we go on here, users can buy gold coins and earn them through various promotions, and stake characterizes the gold coins as primary currency for casual game play. With each purchase of the gold coins, however, stake bundles a set quantity of stake cash, which has actual monetary value and the true currency with which stakes users place bets. Indeed, for every dollar you spent on purchasing gold coins, stake bundles a nearly equivalent amount of stake cash. And they give you an example here. It says, for example, on date of complaint, a user could purchase 200,000 gold coins and $20.05 in stake cash for $20. And it says the stake platforms allows users to play casino games such as roulette and virtual slot machines, which are pure games of chance. The outcome of these games is determined by the random number generators. Users may bet stake cash on these online casino games with the prospect of a large payout, often many multiples of what was bet. Stakes virtual casino games involve no skill or strategy. It says stake just generates revenue from unwitting and often vulnerable American consumers, incentivizing stake.us to continually deceive American consumers and regulators. Stake.us conducts an illegal gambling business within the meaning of the Federal Code 18 U.S.C. 1955. And what does that code say? Well, let's pull it up. As you can see, 18 U.S.C. is a federal code for prohibition on illegal gambling business. Whoever conducts, finance, manages, supervises, directs, or owns all or part of an illegal gambling business shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 5 years or both. An illegal gambling business means a gambling business, which means it is in violation of state law and involves 5 or more persons to conduct, finance, manage, supervise, direct, or own a part of the business and remain substantially continuous in operation for a period of excess of 30 days or has a gross revenue of $2,000 in a single day. That's what this complaint is going at. This complaint actually goes further. It goes on to state this actual casino is still continuous, it's still going as of the date of this complaint was filed. And it says here that publicly filed civil enforcement and consumer actions across multiple states accuse stake.us of unlawful gambling operations. And it gives all these states here: Minnesota, Massachusetts, South Carolina, Alabama, Illinois, and California. These are all the civil complaints that's been levied against with the actual complaint number that's been levied against stake.us. These allegations are pleaded not for truth of the underlying claim, but demonstrate the stake's role and intent and common purpose of the predicate act, showing continuity of racketeering activity within the last 10 years. There we go. So that's your RICO right there, that they're alleging that this has been brought together and these more than 5 people have gotten together to do this. Now, it's also important to note that Virginia state law, which prohibits online gambling, which is where this, I think, stake has been located. Stake is allegedly being located, and stake is, according to this complaint, stake is flagrantly violating Virginia law and jeopardizing the health and safety of the Virginia residents. Now we know all that. What does Drake and Adin Ross and the other defendant have to do with this? Well, according to the complaint, Drake, Ross, and Nguyen have been zealous promoters of stake. Drake has been paid by his own admission $100 million per year for his promotional services. So they're alleging that Drake has admitted, hey, you know, I promote this place. They also pay me to do this enormous amount of money. It says Drake, Ross, and Nguyen have further incentive to promote it and mask the true nature and extent of their conduct on and around stake. Since at least 2022, Drake and those acting under direction, including Ross and Nguyen, have made stake.com and stake.us to covertly finance the orchestrated procurement of botting and streaming farm activities to artificially inflate the number of plays attributed to Drake's catalog across major digital streaming services such as Spotify. Wait a minute. Wait. Now, this complaint is alleging that not only are they promoting Drake and Ross and Nguyen are promoting stake, but they're also saying that they also use some sort of feature here within it that masks the true nature for them to promote it. So Drake's motivation to promote stake is that they have some kind of covert tipping feature. It's a tipping feature. It says tipping and internal transfers that effectively obscure the identities of the counterparts. And they said that basically this tipping feature is allowing Drake to create bots to artificially inflate the number of plays to Drake's music catalog. Now, this is funny because Drake, in his lawsuit last year or a year or so ago, when he sued UMG, he alleged the same thing against UMG regarding Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us. It says here in the lawsuit here that Drake, he says that he alleged that UMG directly through his agents conspired with and paid currently unknown parties to use bots to artificially spread the recording on Spotify. He alleged that UMG did it. Now, this lawsuit is saying, well, Drake is doing it through stake.us. That's actually interesting that Drake is being accused of this when he accused and alleged that Universal was doing the same thing with Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us. But anyway, I just thought that was interesting. Anyway, so that's basically what they're stating here. So they're just saying that, hey, this is an illegal gambling business. It is not social gambling. It is not, it is not something that's lawful. And they have tricked it because Drake, and they go on live streams, Drake and Adin Ross, they go on live streams, and Drake has admitted, hey, I'm being paid, and he's using this. That's what they're suing Drake for in this class act. Drake, Adin Ross, George Nguyen, and stake.us. It says here, for these reasons, among others, Drake and Ross maintain a monetized and closely intertwined relationship with stake.us. Drake and Ross have exchanged high dollar tips during live streams, including a widely publicized six-figure transaction. These live streams are also used to promote stake and push its gambling services onto Drake and Ross's millions of online followers. Specifically, one Kick live stream captured an exchange of a $100,000 tip among Drake and Ross via stake, with another instance evidencing a $10,000 tip. And it says additional stream recordings reveal reiterated substantial exchanges between Drake and Ross routed through stake, with ongoing streams of fun or information on belief totaling in the millions of dollars, amount of which, upon information and belief, have underwritten continued botting and amplification efforts. Just days before the complaint was filed, defendant Drake gifted a $220,000 car to defendant Ross. Okay, so We get it now. They're accusing Drake, Ross, Nguyen, and State running this unlawful gambling thing. They're using the tipping feature to create bots to amplify Drake's music, and they use people's tips to pay themselves. That's the whole allegations of this. So what do these people want in this case? Okay, here, since they said they have duped millions of Drake and Adin Ross's followers online into them giving money, making it feel like that this is a lawful casino and it's not real, when in fact it is real money with the state cash. What do they want? Their prayer for relief to the federal court is as follows. If you look at B, letter B on the prayer for relief, they want all available damages, not less than $5 million, and including any statutory, compensatory, consequential, punitive damages, and enhanced damages and attorney's fees where authorized by law. They also want restitution, disgorgement, amount wrongfully attained by the defendants. They also want an injunctive. Injunctive means they want them to have the court stop this illegal operation, as well as a declaratory relief for the unlawful conduct, and any other fees the court will deem proper by a jury trial. Now that you know this, what do you think? Do you really think Drake is involved in this? And then remember, this is a complaint. It's all allegations. It is my experience that 98% of all lawsuits come to a settlement agreement. Do you think Drake, Adin Ross, Stake, as well as George Nguyen will settle this and make it go away and let it be done? Or do you guys think that this is going to go to a full-out trial? Drake's going to fight it the same way he fought Universal Music Group? I don't know what to think. I think that this is some serious allegations because, as you can see, the counts here for unlawful gambling ring. As you can see, the unlawful gambling, as you see these NBA players and NBA coaches, they take this very seriously. The feds do, as well as the state does. So I think this is serious. I think Drake and his legal team need to get together and we can see what their response is going to be. But let me know what you think. Are you guys familiar with Adin Ross? Are you guys familiar with Drake and this stake.us situation? Have you seen it? Have you heard about it? Is it real? Do you think that this is going to go further? Do you think this, that the courts need to intervene? Whatever you think, put it in the comments. Let me know. Like, share, comment, subscribe. It's your brother, Attorney Jeff.